Those are my words exactly. In the Morelos Mountains, campesinos are planting their fields, where the ghost of Zapata rides a horse that can still outrun the wheel. High in the sky above the clear outside, it's the free Mexican Air Force flying tonight. Way up there in Kentucky, a cowgirl is cooling her heels, remembering that God gave us herbs and the fruits of the field. But a criminal law that makes outlaws of those seeking light make the free Mexican Air Force Mescalito riding his white horse. The free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight, flying so high. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How strange and innocent herb causes money to burn. They'll jail you or kill you for making those rich fat cats squirm. But nothing can stop us, my vision is clearly in sight. And the free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight. While we smoking colitas, federales are loading their guns, blowing smoke from their six-shooters, spinning their barrels for fun. Contrabandistas, banditos of light, we're the free Mexican Air Force and we're flying tonight. And high in the hills we are harvesting sweet sensimilla. The law wants it all because they think the blind we can free them. Freedom for us is a prison for the rulers of mind. That's why the free Mexican Air Force, Mescalito riding his white horse. The free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight. Everybody flying so high. Yeah, yeah, flying tonight.
Shout out Bruce Gas, aka Toker too. You know I had to drop a track for my boy.
Where you at?
Ha, yeah, Kevin and harassing boys out here telling favors. I'm the hardest young nigga, I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Bruce Gas putting them fights on the table. Calling that Boston since Kane versus Abel. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was fatal. I'm the people's champion like Muhammad Ali. Shout out Bruce Gas, one day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, we gon' smoke hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, take a hit out the Toker too. Slipping hella shots, feel like Tyson with the peak. Little Glock on my side, but it hit just like Isaac Cruz. Shout out man, Chad, real shit, that's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the pan. Straps on my side, I ain't talking about no sand. Bruce passed me the blunt, I'ma light it like a candle. Ayy, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames. Feel like Bruce Gas always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you can never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this a fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the game. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the chat. I ain't undisputed, yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.
Good evening, all. Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. This is more. Glad you all popped in here tonight, man. Because you know how I like to do on this day. Well, today, on this day, 38 years ago, it was called A Night of Gold. That's when the 1984 Olympians, many of them made their debut at Madison Square Garden. Digging on the little blues in the background here. Hope it's okay with you. Yeah. So let's take a look at the 1984 Summer Games here. First, let me shout out. Let us give the kid a chance. Let a few people bop in here and dig on this historic night with me. I'm hitting on some Purple Pops on the Toker 2 over here. Been a crazy day. I had a laryngoscope today. What do they call it? I got my discharge papers here. Let me see. EGD with anesthesia. Knocked me right the fuck out. They hit me with that Propanol, the stuff that Michael Jackson used to take to put him to sleep. And man, it was like I went in there, and the doctor says, my doctor, Dr. CP, the man, I think he saved my life on more than one occasion. He says, Bruce Gas. He says, I'm going to put some Bruce Springsteen on while I do this. I said, awesome, Dr. CP. I said, that's one of my main men. And he put it on. I started talking to him a little bit. I said, I saw Bruce Springsteen back in 1973 at the Bristol Motor Lodge. $4.50 to get in there. There were only about 200 people in the joint. But it was a fantastic concert. And he's playing Promised Land. That's the I go under the fucking gun. The guy's gonna stick a hose down my throat, and I'm listening to the Promised Land. So I guess I was in the right place at the right time. Hey, guess what, man? My brother Mad Chad just dropped in to see me, man. Mad Chad, my brother. Peace to ya.
Peace to ya. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner
yet wave over
the land of the Yeah, that's the Mexican Air Force. That's a good song, though. Oh, my God. How many gold medals did Slugger Sam say we had? 9 that year? Was it fucking 9 in 84, Bruce?
We had 11 gold medals
11.
and 12 weight classes in boxing. We medaled in 11 fucking classes, and 9 of those were gold medals. Woo.
And the Russians and fucking Cubans ducked us that year. They were ducking us. They knew they were going to get beat. That's why they boycotted.
Well, we'll get into that, my brother. We'll get into that, my brother. What happened was, it goes back to the 1980 Olympics, and that's when Afghanistan was invaded by Russia, and so and the Olympics were supposed to be held in Moscow that year, and we boycotted the Olympics in Moscow. That was the year that our
Jimmy Carter?
Yeah, I think it was Jimmy Carter. But that was the year that the plane crash went down. The plane went down, and you know, it was a sad thing. But we did have some great Olympians that came out of that year. We had James Schuler, we had Donald Curry, Johnny Bump City Bumpus, Bernard Taylor, Richie Sandoval. They turned out to be great pros, man. But
who were some of the other Olympians, though, Bruce, from that year? I think there was a lot of well-known athletes that came out of that year. I think a decathlon athlete. I think he might have won it. I can't remember, though, because I remember you got the McDonald's certificates that year. They did a big McDonald's. And if you got the person won a gold or something, you got a Big Mac, and I remember that Olympic boxing team went cuckoo. They didn't do the math saying there's no Cubans, no Soviets. You know what I mean? They took a beating that year. But my God, I remember I ate a lot of McDonald's food from that Olympian team.
Yeah, that was a big mistake on McDonald's part. Hey, let me shout out our brothers and sisters who stopped in here to listen to us tonight, Matt Chad. The first guy in was Slugger Sam. He's always got a lot to say, that Slugger Sam, and I think he knows what he's talking about in this on this show. Sam is an Olympian, a Canadian Olympian. So shout out to my brother Slugger Sam.
Iraqi Olympian. He's one of those dual citizenships. I think he's gone. He's a Baghdad baby. I mean, you know what I mean? That's a fucking tough nut to crack. And shout out to Slugger, man. He's well cultured. He's been all around the world and very, very, very loud, very, very knowledgeable. Very, very loud, very knowledgeable for sure. You know something, Matt Chad? Sunday it was like fucking 75 around here. Oh yeah. Today it was like fucking 30 around here. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's more like it now though. It's November 15th, I think. Yeah. Yes, the 15th, halfway through the month, and man, it feels like November all of a sudden out there. Let me finish my roll call over here. We got Lady Chan's blue lips, man. Shout out to you, sweetheart. I fantasize about those blue lips. Oscar Bonavina, my brother. Thank you for coming by. We got MP, what the fuck? TWT, the winning team, brother. Thank you for coming in here. Puro, my man. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. Nick M's Classic Boxing Channel, man. One of the best channels out there to watch classic fights from a true historian. So shout out to you, my brother. To Matador, my man. Always showing support and love in here. Peace to you. Michael Johnson's Boxing Talking More. I was on Michael Johnson's Boxing Talking More. We had an awesome boxing conversation last night. It was him, myself. We had Skywalker was on there, and we had Big Nick, B&B Boxing. We talked some good boxing on there, man. Anyway, man, Michael Johnson, shout out to you. Sheed, we here, my brother. Shout out to Sheed, man. Demetrius Bright, appreciate you, my brother, always. And Major Key, the main man over here. Shout out to you, Major Key. Warren Lowndes, man. Thank you for coming by. Johnny's Combat Sports. Johnny Boy, appreciate you coming in here. And Jimmy Boy, Thor. Shout out, man. You got the fucking outlaws swinging through. Hey, bro. It's a free world out there. I believe in the First Amendment. I believe in freedom of speech. As long as it's in the chat room, man. I don't want to have any feuds going on in my life. So we're here to talk about some fucking serious boxing, bro. Yeah. Yeah. And Bruce, you talk about the Olympic boxing team. I mean, this arguably, definitely on paper is the greatest, Olympic boxing team. I mean,
Killed
that
us.
you'll never see it again. You'll never see that again.
No. You never will. But see, I started watching Olympic boxing in 1972. That's the year that I paid attention to it. That's the year that our brother Sugar Ray Seals won his medal that we had in our hands, Mad Chad. I mean, what a nice man.
Oh, shout out to him, man. He, like I say, the stamina, like you say. I mean, this man stood up. He, everybody's sitting down. It was a little bit hot, warm. I mean, Sugar Ray greeting every fighter in and out of the ring, on fire, on point. That gold medal just shining as bright as it was, Yeah, 72, Bruce. I'm sorry, but Sugar Ray, unreal. Sugar Ray Seals, man. Wow.
And what a great attitude. But that was the year Dwayne Bobbitt was supposed to win it all. And we talked to Sugar Ray about that. I asked him about that Olympic when I was talking to him. And I asked him about the Israelis and with the PLO.
Oh, yeah. His family was there. Remember, he said it was awful. He had to, the Olympic Village was, that was the whole kind, right? You could see the seriousness when he was talking that, right?
Oh, yeah. He told me he became a man that day. His parents were
there. And how old was he, Bruce?
He was 19, bro. He was 19, and he wouldn't even qualify for the Olympics yet. And his parents brought round-trip plane fare. So he goes, I better qualify for these suckers. Yeah.
Unreal, Bruce.
Shout out to my brother Carl Hansen out there, man. Appreciate you, brother. All the way from Australia. We got news. We got Triple X 69 Biz out there. Hot girls are waiting to be here.
Hey, Bruce, to Major Key with that David Benavidez. I mean, shout out to Major Key for bringing, the Mexican monster to life, for all his fans, just that was a great interview. And shout out to everybody in the chat. I mean, you got boxing fucking hardcore junkies in the chat, and that's what Bruce is. One thing I know about Bruce Gass is you cut this man's head open, you're going to find a boxing glove. I mean, you might find a Toker too, but I mean, he's definitely all about the boxing. 24/7 he's waking up. I'm like, Bruce, let's fucking talk basketball maybe for a minute. Boxing. Bruce, boxing. It should be Bruce boxing. It shouldn't be Bruce Gass. It should just be boxing Bruce.
Wow. It is what it is, Mad Chad, and like
it is what it is.
I started digging on that Olympics
72 team.
Because the ones before that, the Joe Frazier's, the Muhammad Ali's, I was a casual, a real casual man. Some of these cats they call people casual, but see, I was the casual. I'd watch boxing.
And most people weren't born yet then, Bruce. You were a casual, and most of these people there listening weren't even born yet. So we're here with Bruce Gass, the GOAT.
All my friends were born. Mad Chad was born. No, in 70. Yeah, you were a little whippersnapper back then. Still smelling that Similac, I believe.
That's it, the Similac. You're right, Bruce.
But anyway,
still, though, way back, and then the year after that, Bruce, wasn't that the Spinks year? Was that the Spinks brothers?
That was 1976. See, the 1972, there were only two medalists. That Dwayne Bobbitt, I think he won the bronze. He got flattened by Teofilo Stevenson. And Sugar Ray Seals was the only gold medalist of the Olympics had that year. Now the next Olympia, 76 Montreal. That's when we had the cream of the Russians.
Arguably the team that could, arguably that some people say is the best Olympic team. I believe, Bruce. I could be wrong.
Well, Matt, Chad, we all could be wrong, but man, that's a very, very healthy opinion, because that was Sugar Ray Leonard, that was Howard Davis Jr., that was the Spinks brothers. Damn. I mean, who else was in that Olympics? I can't even remember all of them, man. But that was when we said that brought glory to televised boxing once again, man. Because boxing was kind of it was dead because there weren't a lot of Americans that had world titles, and I think in '76 Muhammad Ali was the only titleist, was the only world.
And then again, Bruce, like you had the Howard Cosell factor, a man that was just an entertainer. Like he was like he like Monday Night Football with baseball games, and he was just gravitated towards that Olympic team, especially Sugar Ray Leonard and all. But he covered that all, I believe. Wild World of Sports when I did that whole. I may be wrong, Bruce, because I don't remember 76. I was Uncle Sam in 1976 at our North School. I was, you pick all the kindergarten kids, right? So you got to see where Mad Chad was at in 1976. I'm hanging out in the hood. You know what I mean? I'm going to North School, walking up the hill, and, we have a big play. It's a bicentennial, whatever year it was.
Bicentennial, absolutely, man.
Yep. 1976, every red, white, and blue everywhere, and they got to pick one kid out of this whole school to be Uncle Sam. Who the fuck do they pick? Mad fucking Chad.
I love it.
I got in a fight with Gino. Gino Wilcox was one of the toughest kids from the neighborhood, and I was walking up to kindergarten, walking to school, and he pushed me from behind, and we fucking got in a hell of a scrap. I ended up getting him down, and then, you know what I mean? From that day on, it's like, don't fucking push Mad Chad. He'll fucking scrap with you. And shout out to Gino Wilcox, and shout out to North School, and shout out to Uncle Sam, and shout out to that Olympic team. And, kindergarten, I wasn't paying much attention to boxing.
And my buddy George Jakovic is in the audience, man. Shout out.
Oh, there's Jakovic. There's fucking Big George.
I'm surprised he's not on here with us, but hey, man, sometimes you leave the back door open. You never know who's going to crawl in. Con Shonery, my brother. The man.
There's Con Shonery.
Con Shonery, we got to be very careful because Con Shonery is the ultimate fact checker. You don't want to make a mistake, bro. Con Shonery, he must have fucking. He's got a boxing brain, but he must have an awesome high-speed computer system because, man, he'll look up dates, times, fights, years, whatever. He's a great guy to have on the panel, man. And like I said, you better be fucking not bullshitting because Sean Connery will call you out on that. Con Shonery, I'm sorry, brother.
Right, Sean Connery. Yeah, I got right.
George is waiting for his daughter to finish practice. But anyway, man,
What practice? What kind of practice, George? Practice, musical practice?
Probably soccer, I'm going to guess.
My son, they just got the victory, Bruce. I was watching the game, up in Castine, Maine, and he hit 3 3-pointers, kind of slow, being a little non-aggressive, but the team got the victory. His team's 3-0. And like I say, I don't want to, this is about the Olympic team, but I hate to brag about it, but my son can shoot a basketball better than anybody fucking listening, anybody in the fucking whole college. The only person I feel that can shoot better than my son is fucking Steph fucking Curry. And that's the God's honest truth.
I talked to Duke about that. He told me next semester they need recruits, bro. So
yeah. I want to talk to Big Duke. Maybe I'll get his number, Bruce, after the stream or something, so I give him a call tomorrow or something. I'd love to have a stream with Big Duke about basketball, about trying to get the best out of, because he's a coach right now. He's coaching SAU Falcons, and with Chucky Brown. I mean, Big Duke is the real deal, and I met Big Duke through Bruce Gass. I mean, I met a lot of fighters. I met Iran Barkley through fucking Bruce. I mean, so come on, fellas, Bruce Gass don't fuck around. He knows some heavy hitters, and Big Duke is one of the biggest heavy hitters you could meet, in the whole entire world. I mean, this dude is a real life fucking giant amongst men. Like, he's just a bigger man than most fucking 99.9999999% of all fucking humans.
You go into this shit and you want Big Duke on your side, bro.
Oh.
I don't care how fucking bad they are.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
He's the first pick right there, bro.
I'm picking Big fucking Duke.
Whatever the sport may be. Tony Boswell, my brother. Salute, man. Salute, bro. Peace to you, my brother. Always appreciate you coming in here. But we're gonna go to the '84 Olympics. If we can just draw back to the subject here, man. And like I said earlier, the Cubans didn't show up and the Russians didn't show up because they did that because we didn't show up.
Boycotted the '76.
Exactly.
No, '72. Whatever year it was. And what the fuck am I talking, Bruce? Yeah. You go ahead.
We're in the glory. We're in 1984. Let me tell you a little bit about something about this night in 1984, bro. I think it was a weeknight. I think it was a Thursday night, and Bruce Gass is home. My old lady is ready to fucking throw divorce papers at me. I'm popping Vicodins like they're fucking certs, and I got bad breath. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm fucking in La La Land. And the old lady didn't want to walk. The old lady at the time, I got a much nicer one right now, man. She's my soulmate. Took a while to find her. Well, actually, it didn't take a while. I've been with her for 30 years. But anyway, this night in 1984, I think I was on my own less than a month later. But anyway, bro, it was just so cool because this is unprecedented. No organization, no television. This was ABC's Wide World of Sports in prime time. They had a night of gold, and they were featuring the 5 Olympians, and they didn't all win gold. The ones they were featuring was Mark Breland. Mark Breland was the main eventer. Mark Breland made $100,000 for his pro debut. You know, I mean, that was the highest paid. A few of them made $75,000. Evander Holyfield got $75,000. Sweet Pea Whitaker got $75,000, and Tyrell Biggs got $75,000.
Bruce, yo, like.
Let me finish before I forget. Meldrick Taylor made $50,000. And I don't know what Virgil Hill made because Virgil Hill was a silver medalist, nicknamed Quicksilver, and he was also on the card. Go ahead, Matt Chad.
No, like you're saying, Breland got 100G in 1984. Just say he made $500,000 today. That'd be like, if a gold medalist. Oh,
How much did Richard Perez make in his pro debut?
Right. You know what I'm saying, though, Bruce? Comparably, like, that's the stardom that Mark Breland had going into the fucking, pros. Like, he backed up all his amateur accolades. I mean, he's probably the most decorated United States amateur boxer that ever lived. He was on the cover of Ring magazine, I believe, as a teenager. Mm-hmm. I mean, and like, and it reiterated everything when you're talking to a man like Marlon Starlin that fought Mr. Breland and, that got in the ring with Tommy Hearns. And, me and Bruce was hanging with Marlon. He was, me, Marlon, and Bruce. Lucky we just didn't leave the whole convention together. Like, he was our buddy. Like, Marlon was the man. And Marlon went on to say, no one that he ever faced in any gym, any sparring gym, in any fighter had a fucking jab like Mark Breland. He said that jab was, we heard it from the horse's mouth. He said that was just something that was just not supposed to be as powerful as it was. And shout out to Breland, like you say, 100 G's coming right out of the Olympics, right, Bruce? And that 100 G's in today's standards, that's big money. That's rock star. He's a rock star debut.
Marvin Hagler was envious of Sugar Ray Leonard making his $40,000 for his pro debut, and this is this is $100,000. I know it's a few years later, but still, man, inflation wasn't that big back then. I don't think, right. Man. I think, but $100,000 in your pro debut, that's just unbelievable.
Unbelievable. But he earned it. He earned it, Bruce, from his accolades, from what he did. I mean, when's the last Olympic gold medalist we've had?
The last gold medalist we had, I believe, was that was the '72 Olympics, where we had quite a few of them, but not like this Olympics, because like you said earlier, man, when Russia and Cuba pulled out, it wasn't just Russia and Cuba; it also included.
No, it's Ukraine. Ukraine was part of the USSR then. It was the Soviet Union. It was all those Eastern Bloc fucking nations. It just wasn't. Exactly. It was all the communists. It was the Steel Curtain.
Bulgaria, yes. So we went in there and we dominated the boxing, man. We dominated it like no country has ever done before. And the thing that the heavyweight division back then too, we had Tyrell Biggs, another cat we saw a couple of weeks ago, bro. Tyrell Biggs.
Come on, Bruce. Right, talking these Olympics, we're talking, not players, fighters that we've had.
I know, huh? Well, man, I'm so tired of all these fucking crazy hypothetical fights. And what if he'd kick his ass, bro? We're talking about history over here, man. You can't change history, and it's just so rich and it's so exciting. And on the 38th anniversary of it, man, we can do it all again today. Because I mean, the Olympic medalists there. I said there were what do I say? There were 11 medals. So
11, 12.
you've got Holyfield, you've got Whitaker, you've got Meldrick Taylor, Tyrell Biggs, Mark Breland, Virgil, Steve McCrory, Jerry Page, Frank Tate, Paul Gonzalez, and Henry Tillman, bro. I mean, this was the cats that we kind of grew up with in the 80s. The late 80s.
Yeah.
Every weekend they were on, man. Good stuff. But yep, man, it was just it was domination. 9 gold medals, 1 silver medal, 1 bronze medal. And out of that Olympics, Mad Chad, who did you favor? Who did you like the best out of there?
I think Breland. I think it was all Breland. Just, that's when I really got off the Deontay Wilder. I always was a Wilder fan. I really, really was a Wilder. I wanted Wilder to beat Fury every single time, just for the fact I always liked Wilder, Olympian. You know what I mean? The story, fighting for his family and his daughter. He just had a story there behind him, and he was knocking people out. But then with that whole Mark Breland saga came about, because I just hold Mark Breland up there with the greats. I just hold him up there because just growing up, he was just so fucking lethal and just a real, I remember the magazines, going to Joe's Smoke Shop, getting all those boxing magazines, and every fucking one, Mark Breland was not, maybe on the cover, or there was a big story about the cocksucker. Like, he was a real deal fucking killer. Like, he was sparring these big motherfuckers and beating them the fuck up. Like, Breland was for real.
I think he won the New York Golden Gloves like 5 times.
And then I liked Wilder a little bit with that connection because he had Breland with him. I always kind of like, wow, he's got the OG with him, And then when that whole fallout, like, I don't know if that's ever been cleared up or not, but I really felt like he really got done dirty on that, because I feel like going out on your shield, you could look at Yerba Sinelli. I haven't heard nothing on him, Bruce. I haven't heard none of his condition. But that, that Mark Breland, I believe he did the right thing, because if I was your corner man, Bruce, and I felt like you might get fucked up really bad, I might just throw in the towel. That's what it's there for, And and then went on to the whole spiked water. It just went really fucking weird with the whole Mark Breland thing.
It's a tough thing to see an Olympian, have to end his career on with a dark cloud over his head like that. But I think people who really know boxing, they know Mark Breland, and you don't see Breland. You don't see him going back and forth and debating anything, because he knows what's happening. And anybody who knows boxing, and anybody you talk to, the cats we were talking to, I even mentioned it to a couple of them. Mark Breland is the most solid dude, man. Dude. Boxing, my friend, Boxing Conversations with Reggie Owens, great stuff over there. I check him out almost every day, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Reggie, bro. Honestly, Bruce, right? Reggie's the man.
Reggie's got some good stuff on there. He deals with issues. He deals with classic fights. He deals with fights going on today.
He's got his ear to the pavement. He's got his ear to the pavement on the world,
He's definitely, and he's entertaining as a motherfucker. And Remy, my brother, shout out to you, man. Thank you.
There's the legend of all. Remy Boswell. We got Boswell, Remy fucking Owens. I mean, come on, Bruce. Fucking Major Key.
Yep, I appreciate you cats coming in here, man. You wouldn't believe, man. I got a little tiny rinky-dink channel over here. Me and Chad, we're kind of neck and neck. We got the same amount of subscribers, probably the same people. And yeah, man. Last time I looked, I think we were like, I was ahead of you by 1, and you were ahead of me by 1. Whatever. I lose them every day, though, man. It's funny. I look at my.
I'm not sure that when I have Pigeon on, I lose a few subs usually when Mr. Pigeon comes on. But It's like live free or die. No one's hurt my kid. No one's hurt my mom. People can say nasty stuff about my mom, and it's like it's fine. My mom's fine.
I'm a snake, man, Mad Chad. I'm a snake on YouTube, bro, and I kind of like that, man. I almost want to get a snakeskin fucking a headband. I dig the snake, bro.
No, I think I would have to clarify you as just a free for aller, just a live free or die type atmosphere. Like you're from New Hampshire, you're a New Englander. You know, that's what it's on the New Hampshire license plate is live free or die. And I
Yeah.
think that's a great thing. And I think that, you know, especially when you're dealing in a sport, which we like to talk about, these boxers, we're dealing with a whole different type of human being, a different animal. You know, there's all different, you know, you can say, yeah, that's a mammal, but there's different mammals. Wow, that's a fish. Yeah, but there's different fishes. Yeah, that's a human, but there's different fucking humans. And these boxes are at a whole different level of fucking craziness, of mentalness, of fucking warriorness, of killingness, of, you know, these people, their engine runs so fucking hard. And, you know, it's just a whole different creature we're dealing with. And us boxing fans, I think we all gravitate towards violence, to these people that are doing things that we wish we could only do. You know what I mean? When you look at this Mickey Ward guy, yeah, they're two humans, but rip open their chest and look at the size of their heart. Pull down their trunks. They got fucking bull balls. Like their balls fall down to their fucking kneecaps. These guys got balls the size of fucking King Kong, bro. Like they don't give a fuck, and it's a whole different level. And it's in us boxing fans, most passionate fan base. Thank God they're not like soccer fans. You know what I mean? I'm surprised there hasn't been, you know, violent fucking outbursts like these soccer players. Because I think it's a gentleman's sport at the bottom of it all, Bruce. I believe at the end of the day, with all the talk, all the bullshit, fucking banner back and forth, at the end of the day, it's a gentleman's sport. Like, I believe the hardest people that are on the internet talking hard, if you were broke down on the side of the road, Bruce Gass, and someone that maybe doesn't like you drove by, they would be like, there's Bruce Gass. Let's pick up Mad Chatter Bruce Gass. Yeah, they're all right. They love boxing. We love boxing too, but you follow me, Bruce, on that, you know, and I think
Chad, you know, it's kind of like misplaced passions, bro. You know, and you know, my man Malachi says it, and it sticks home with me. He says, "You you stick on the side of boxing, and you can't go wrong." You know, you stay on the side of boxing, bro.
that's it.
You know, fuck these misguided passions. Boxers, there's not a boxer that I could diss. I don't hate
Boxes come and go too, and people got to realize you're not going to find a Manny Pacquiao or Floyd Mayweather, a fucking longevity type boxer like that, being king of the fucking hill for that long. It doesn't happen. Those guys are fucking freakazoids. These fighters, they come and go. But it's like there's going to be a new star tomorrow. Like their life as a super prize fighter is shorter than a running back in the NFL.
This is why I don't understand the inactivity, because inactivity does just as much damage as overactivity, bro. I mean, it's dude.
Out of the ring does more damage for these fucking animals.
Because they're undisciplined. Many of them, they fall into the booze, the drugs, bro. And you know, nothing good happens after midnight.
Wherever they go, even at a mid-level fucking thing. When my friend was New England champion, when he was a New England lightweight champion, whatever, you know, 154, he was like, he could go to any bar, like walking with him. Everybody said, champ, what's going on? You know, he just fought on ESPN. Hey, champ. That was mid-level fighter. It didn't go to his head, but I think it did a little bit. He ended up with a lot of these, you know, younger girls, very sexy, and, you know, spending a lot of time on the beach, a lot of time in the hot tub. He had the silky pajama at the smaller level.
He wasn't getting his 8 hours. He wasn't getting.
He had the silky pajamas at a lower level that I could only imagine, because most of these fighters don't come from $1 million families. They're not fucking silver spoon babies. They're fucking killers from the fucking wherever they're from. They are killers. They got a tough upbringing, and when they get $1 million, it can go to their head quick. That's why the mental to physical is 4 is to 1. You know, Bruce, I can't reiterate that enough. Yes, you look at the separation of world-class athletes and the sustainability of how they can become. You have to have mental to physical is as 4 is to 1. You know, it's so mental. It's like mental stamina. You know what I mean? It's like mental agility. It's just being able to, you know.
This is why a fighter needs a good manager. He needs good people around him.
But it's on the fighter, though, Bruce, though. But it's all on the fighter. You could have Mother Mary on your shoulder if the fighter's fucked up, you know, but that helps. That helps, like you said.
If you have the wrong people around you, that's going to... That's totally detrimental. Hey, Jeff Lucietta, man, shout out to you. G5 gave my brother TWT, bro. Peace to you, my man. Thank you for coming by. I don't want to lose the chat. It just jumped on me here. Make sure I shout everybody up in here.
No, but these fighters, like I say, even with Canelo coming up in the, silk pajamas for that fight there, I think with Bivol, he came in with the Gucci pajamas. I'm like, you're really taking the Hagler quote to the next level here, kid. And you know what happened to him? He got beat up. He got fucking outboxed. He got like I really believe that's so true with any athlete. When you get that bag, you got to wake up at 5 a.m, Bruce, and do that road work. You really gotta, you know what I mean? When you got those silky pajamas with, Bo Derek laying beside you saying, could I just blow you one more time, champ? Just stay in bed, champ. Just let me.
I'll tell you what, bro. D-Ray, shout out to you, my brother. Thank you for coming by. With this Olympic, when the Americans won 9 gold medals, and we're talking about, there were, I don't know how many countries in there, man. I can't even count all the countries that were in the Olympics that year. Dude, that shows that they had a different discipline. That showed that they were training every day. They weren't giving in to those temptations of the flesh, because that's inactivity, man. Staying out. You have to have yourself where you get a good fight in. You take a little break, and then you get right back into training. Your manager signs another fight.
I wish we had the boxing librarian here, Bruce. You know what I mean? Because he could do the numbers on the activity of that 84 team for their, first 3 years of those Olympians, all those medalists from that team. How many fights did they have? Because I know Breland came out of it. I mean, he had a few fights. Like, he just didn't have 17 fights. I mean, first fight was 100 G. I mean, look at Meldrick Taylor, right? Was Taylor on that team?
Meldrick Taylor was, yes. And he was.
And how many fights? I mean, these guys came out guns a blazing.
Let me pull up Mark Breland's amateur record here.
Yeah. Or just pro record, Bruce. Like pro record,
When you go to Box Rec and you got whatever you want on here, bro. That's the beauty of our lovely internet over here. But as a
as amateurs, just fucking stupid.
35-3-1, but as an amateur, they've only got him in here as 41-0. I think he had more fights than that. That's maybe.
Yeah.
I don't get that, man, because he was
Box Rec's fucked up, but
5-time Golden Gloves champ of New York, New York, man. Yeah, well, Box Rec, they're not so reliable anyway. They got more, I guess they're as good as anybody out there. But I would think, man, Mark Breland would have a lot more amateur fights on there.
Oh yeah.
But no, man. I mean, that whole Olympic team, they were.
How many fights did Meldrick Taylor have? I'm just saying, how many fights did Breland have his first 2 years as a pro? You know what I mean? I guarantee it's probably 10.
Oh, fuck right, man. Yes.
12.
Let me get back there to let me go.
So I'm saying, these fighters, they came out blazing. Like Torres is kind of blazing, fighting invalids, but you know what I mean? It's like.
After that initial debut of Mark Breland, that was in 1984. In 1985, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fights in his second year. Actually, first full year as a pro.
Yeah.
And then in 1986, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fights. 8 fights in 86.
15 fights his first 2 years. Come on, and that's why he made his money. That's why Mark Breland's Mark Breland.
This is
Pull
a
up
fact.
Meldrick Taylor, Bruce. Same type of deal with Meldrick Taylor, I guarantee it. Or Tyrell Biggs. Tyrell Biggs came out firing. Biggs was like fucking, he could box. Tyrell Biggs was like, wow. My dad used to say if Biggs had pop, if he had any pop, he would be like Ali. My father was so high on Tyrell Biggs.
I'm gonna stick a Breland fight on the back. In fact, we'll watch his
Yeah.
his fucking boxing debut on this Night of Champions here. Night of Gold.
And then we can watch the Mao and Stalin fight.
No. We got to stay with the Olympics
right.
over here.
I know.
Although we can do it though. This is fucking YouTube, and I'll probably.
But Marlon fought him.
Marlon definitely fought him.
Fought him a few times, right? 3 times? 2 or 3?
He fought him twice. The first one was when he knocked him out for the WBA title. And the second one was when Starling had the WBA title. Breland went for his rematch, and it was a draw. So he didn't win the title again. But this was his
Breland. This is Breland's debut.
This is his debut. The dude's name was I wrote it down here.
Williams?
Dwight Williams. 7-1-0. So these guys didn't take on chumps in their opening fights, man. 7-1-0.
Look at the fucking arena packed in like sardines.
That's Madison Square Garden too, bro.
That's the big house. That ain't the fucking the teepee. They call the Madison teepee where Tio fought. This is the big house.
Yeah, that's not the teepee.
This is where Frazier fought.
Ali and Frazier, all of them, bro. Breland, 21 years old.
Wow. 6'2", 146. He was like Fundora kinda, but different. Because he was a brilliant boxer. Breland could box. Wow.
Yeah.
The most lethal jab, maybe top jab ever. One of the top jabs ever.
And it's funny because this was like a cliquish kind of a fight. All the Olympians had one dressing room, and all the other cats, all their challenges, man. And you know what they called them? They had another dressing room. You know what they called themselves? They called themselves Gold Busters. None of them quite got to do it, but there's a lot of them had high hopes, and I remember the guy that the Holyfield fought. We'll watch that after, man. And here we go, man. This kid's trying to make. He's trying to do the best.
Oh yeah, he's trying to tip the apple cart over right here. This Williams ain't fucking around. And like I say, Bruce, great stream. Shout out, great idea here. Get to pull up the Holyfield debut. Pull out their debuts. This is a great stream, Bruce.
Well, Matt Chad, there were two things on this day today. And one of them was on this day, I think it was 60 some odd years ago, Cassius Clay fought Archie Moore. That's when he predicted Moore will fall in 4, and it came true, came to fruition. Hey, Johnny Blaze, my brother. Shout out to you, man. But it was either going to be that fight or I started doing a little more reading about on this day, and I came across this fucking night, and I said, shit, I remember this like it was yesterday. I was fucking nodding on fucking, I think I was drinking Pinot Grigio and fucking nodding on the Vicodin. It was a crazy time in life, but this is the constant I remember, bro. It's the boxing I saw that night. The most important thing was fucking the Night of Gold, the debut of all these fucking future greats. The guy who fought one of the greatest fights of all time, Meldrick Taylor and Julio Cesar Chavez. We saw Pernell Whitaker, maybe one of the greatest lightweights of all time, on his debut tonight. You can tell your fucking kids you saw this action here. This was I don't know, it's just special, and it's nice to do it 38 years later when I still got my marbles and I can still remember it.
And Bruce, right? 38 years. That's my favorite number, 38.
I picked 30. It's funny because I always look at when somebody asks me a number, I pick 38s, and you know why, bro? I love getting my hands on a pair of 38s.
There he goes with the jab. It's a piston-like jab. Very, very powerful. You can see Williams trying to flip the apple cart way over. But now he's on the back foot. Breland's just hunting down his prey.
Yeah, these guys, they got between 3,000, 5,000 each. Mr. and Mrs. Breland. Looks like the old man's got a little bit of an itch to his nose there, doesn't it? 100,000. Well, we can take a few ounces out of that money. Nobody gonna know. But yeah, man, the opponents, they made in the between 3,000, 5,000. But it was they weren't there for the money. They were there for the chance to make themselves fucking glorified. And they all had good records, man. I wrote their records down. Fucking Lionel Brown, the guy who fought Holyfield, he was 9-1-2.
Yeah.
Fucking Ferio Camus, who fought Pernell Whitaker, he was 11-0. Mike Evans, who fought Tyrell Biggs, he was 3-1-1. But then this kid Williams, he was fucking 7-1-0. And they didn't push out. You go look at any of their records of this Olympic team, and maybe that'll give you the reason why there was some early burnout there. They took on fucking, as you like to say, Matt Chad, they took on killers, bro. They didn't mess around. Lou Duva, he's old school, man. You know, he likes to mix the best of them up.
No, they weren't. They wanted the best. They thought they were the toughest. They wanted to fight the toughest, and they wanted to climb up that ladder as fast as they could. They all stayed busy. I mean, I think you could pull up Tyrell Biggs' first couple of years as a pro. I mean, this dude was. That's why they became household names, not only because of their Olympic, heroics, but because they were some active after their Olympic career. Oh, look at him start firing away.
Pinnacle of Olympic success. So they all almost every one of them except
look, left to the body. Oh, Breland could throw. Oh, Mark.
Everybody on this card achieved world championship except Tyrell Biggs, and he was undefeated until he fought Mike Tyson. But drugs got the better of Tyrell, and we saw Tyrell.
Shout out to Biggs. Shout out to Tyrell. Shout out to Tyrell.
Tyrell Biggs, man. You know, if it had been anybody else but Mike Tyson, look at him just fucking chopping that tree down.
One thing I noticed, Bruce, when all the legends left, there was a lot of people, all the heavyweights sat in the front seat.
Too big to go in the back seat, man. Fucking Tim Witherspoon. I look at him.
Tim needs a fucking wow. Wow, that was just legendary. The big Tim Witherspoon with the big hockey player at the fucking breakfast joint. This fucking Tim and his daughter with the fucking manager, Brian. You're talking about a gang of fucking, just, boom, boom, bamity, bam. Bruce, royalty, boxing royalty. When were we meeting Mark Breland? I want to go hang out with Mark. Tell him that, Mark, I want to say, Marlon Stalin says you got the best fucking jab that he ever see.
And wow, and he throws those wide hooks to the body, the hooks and the crosses down, uppercut, wow.
Oh.
Really? And he looks like he's a million miles away. How are you going to hit that? You got to take a hammer in to get inside to touch that face, man. This kid's just kind of putting his head down, throwing Hail Mary punches.
Dirty Harry, wow.
1984.
Penulta. Let's go fucking Breland.
And you know who was at ringside calling all these fights, don't you?
Who could it have been?
Who else could it possibly be but
Howie?
Fuck, well, I'm pretty sure.
You got any volume on the fight?
Without getting in trouble.
No, I don't think we will anymore. I mean, this is dinosaur shit right here, Bruce.
Now, somehow, some way, if Williams can hold on and will stand a little bit more, then the question I think of the play about the stamina of Freeland. Will he slow down? Like, get an extra for that tonight. It's just like real fast reserve.
No, I don't see Howard there. I don't hear him there.
Nope.
I'm very surprised.
It would just be Howard.
Yeah. Well, no, he always had a color man there too. He had a fighter, and it was usually a team of three. But Breland is just is devastating in his pro debut, headlining the card, actually making the big bucks over here.
So Williams is a live dog, though. Like right now, if I have my money on Williams, he must have been a 50-1 underdog. I'm thinking, like, hit him with one of those big bombs. Because, you know, for what it's worth, Breland had the jab, but once again, Bruce, look at him. He's spending a lot of time inside.
He wants to drop some.
When he stands back, though, like you said, when he's pouring that jab out there, getting that distance, it's fucking over. Like, I don't know why he'd spend any time inside, like right there, like break up.
Oh, he could keep this. He could keep this kid on the proverbial back foot, just jab him all night long.
Yeah.
And it's funny because they have those same color gloves on. Isn't that weird, man?
Probably the same make, same fucking everything.
Mm-hmm.
Which I really feel is like a good idea to have. But I guess in baseball, though, Bruce, you can have a different wood bat. Like there's different types of wood.
Sponsorship, it's changed the whole game.
Hockey sticks, you can have a different type of stick. You know, some of those graphite sticks, say the puck leaves quicker, you know. Just, you know, it's all about having the best equipment. And, hey, if you can get the best gloves that you think give you the best chance of winning, why not fucking pick them?
Mm-hmm. The Canadian Slugger Sam, the Canadian football man over there.
Wow.
Man, they don't even edit the commercials out for us. That's a good time to do a hit on the Toker too, Mad Chad. It's almost like it's telling me something. Got a short break in the action.
I think I'm going to have a cigarette. Got to fucking work tomorrow. Wow, this work is getting hard. Fucking driving all the way to Wilton, Mexico. Fucking Bangor. Bangor is far. Booth Bay Harbor.
That's where I used to live up there, up in Unity, Maine, up near Waterville.
Fucking up in East Bumfuck.
Way the fuck up there. Nobody. I mean, you know, even to buy a bottle of hard alcohol, you had to drive 10 miles through back roads. Oh, it was tough up there, man. But that highway, I had to go today. I had to go to the city early this morning today, and 195 was dead stopped for 10 minutes. You go.
Was that Captain Kangaroo they just shown?
I don't know who that was. I don't think it was Captain Kangaroo.
See, like I say, I don't know many people at this time of my life, but I definitely... No, 80... What year is this, 84?
84.
I'm a freshman in high school. I'm listening to You Might As Well Jump. Well, might as well jump. Go ahead, jump.
84, I was working. I was married, man. It was
I was a freshman. I was so fucking stupid.
It was a tough time. I was digging on boxing, I guarantee you that. And this fucking Evans just tried to shoot a left hook in there. And he's hanging in there with Breland, though.
Now Breland's moving his feet, bouncing around. I think his corner said, get him the fuck out of here, bro.
He is trying, man. He is trying.
Now he's boxing. That's what he should have done right up there. It reminds me a lot of Hitman Hearns when you see him moving. You know what I mean? It just...
Teach, my brother. I see him everywhere, man. Loves his
shout out to Teach.
Bro. But yeah, Vreeland's looking to drop that big right hand bomb in there. Oh, look at Hope. Oh yeah, that's an
he's
artist.
fucking him up. He's fucking him up now, Bruce.
That's an artist at work. But
look at this fucking dude come back, tough as nails. I mean, Richard Torres is beating up fucking short bus gang people. You know what I mean? It's like embarrassing. This Richard Torres is gonna get iced out if he fights Joe Joyce. Like someone was saying, Torres is USA. I go, you know what Joe Joyce would do to Richard Torres? He'd knock his mustache fucking right off his fucking skull. Fighting Bruce, you know when you come out, you know if you pick an opponent that's just pitiful, you know you don't have much under the hood.
Exactly. And these guys do not. Flawless Dr. Mark, salute my brother. Always a pleasure to see you, sir. Thank you for coming by, my man. Peace and love. And we're watching love the way I like to see it made in the fucking in the squared circle over here, man.
Let's see what you got under the hood, Breland. We knew you were a good amateur. Let's fight this tough kid from Syracuse, New York. You know what I mean?
He's got that piston jab going on, bro.
Yes, he does. He's got that bouncing too. You know that.
Just a beautiful amateur. The 84 vote. You know, I voted for Jimmy Carter. No, for who was Jimmy Carter's
Reagan.
No. My wife voted for Reagan. No. Let me think here. Mondale, there you go, Mondale. Walter Mondale. I voted for Mondale, and my wife voted for fucking Reagan.
I didn't vote for nobody. I was too young.
Well, I did, and there was trouble because of it. It was almost like, yeah, you're voting for him. I'm going to cancel your vote.
Trouble before that was just something that added to it, but the trouble was brewing before the vote.
Yes, but it was one of those fucking things that, for the good of it all. Hey, Just Do, my brother, thank you for coming by, man. Bruce Gass hitting on the Toker 2 up here, watching the memories of the 1984 debut of all these Olympic gold medalists, man, and one night all together at Madison Square Garden. And I got my brother Mad Chad here, and we're going over. We got Mark Breland's first fight here, and what a beautiful boxer Mark Breland was, man.
Bruce, the next time we go on a road trip, we gotta bring a charger and stuff, and we can have a stream like this. You could just call a stream, you know what I mean? This day, we'll just do it this day as we travel. You know what I mean? I gotta
figure out how to get my laptop.
Yeah, so get a better phone than that Obama phone. I gotta get a phone too. Honestly, I gotta get a better phone.
You just made my head go ding. This is the guy with the flip phone, the 1990s.
No shit, right?
Motorola.
Bruce, it was so weird. My phone started working. Remember, it wouldn't pull up the maps. Like it wouldn't pull up the map. The minute I left your house, it started working. The minute I dropped you off, just real weird. That was just bizarre. Wow, look at Breland's fucking him up right now. Oh God. Dwight Williams has no quit. Look at him, still coming.
He's tough, man. He's
tough as fucking nails. Bruce, I wonder what his record was after this. I mean, because he's taken a lot of punishment. He probably reevaluated his fucking career.
Yeah, there's one of the fighters. I think it was the one who fought Meldrick Taylor. Luke Leacher. He was 11-2-1, and he called his wife right after the fight. He told her what happened. He got knocked out early, and he said in case they held it back and did it with the production. Whoa, he just got a nice right hand in there, Williams. But Howard Cosell, or I thought it was Howard Cosell, but they interviewed him and said, you got a lot of heart. You're going to go places, and he never fought again. He knew that was his pinnacle right there. He said, I got to go to work.
And talking a loss, though, like this kid's stock could have went up after this fight because, like, you want to have him on a card, the guy fighting Breland, because he ain't showing. He just hit Breland again. I mean, I'd like to see his career after this Breland fight because this dude is
I'll check it up on my laptop over here.
because he's a dog, Bruce. He's a fucking tough dude. Oh! Staring at Breland at the end of that round. Wow.
All right, man. Let's check it out. Seven, 3-0, man. No, he didn't fight after this. What the fuck?
Wow, this was his last pro fight.
Yeah, let me get out of here. All right. I went on BoxRec and one of those freaking things. Yeah, 7-3-0. This was his last pro fight. No, actually, he fought Lewis Howard after this, and he got beat. But this was his second loss. He fought once more after this, and he retired real young. So yeah, we'll check out the other. We'll check out some of the other fighters after to see what they did after this, because I know the one that Lionel Burnham, the one that Evander Holyfield fought, looks just like Joe Louis.
Hey Bruce, my phone's dying. I'm gonna hop on my laptop. I'll catch the link if you send it on the Twitter.
I put it in the Twitter.
Yeah, I'll be right back, Bruce. I'll be right back.
All right, my brother. We are in the I think we're in the last round of Mark Breland and Dwight Williams, 7-1-0 at the time. Only fought twice more after this. But Mark Breland, and just putting on a beautiful clinic in here. He's got that piston-like jab, and now he's in front of his hometown on his debut, making $100,000. I mean, this is Mark Breland, his debut, and he's in his glory over here, man. This is just this was an amazing night over here. An amazing night of nothing like it since, nothing like it after. Totally unprecedented. Definitely a night to remember over here. Oh yeah, Mark is giant. What is it, 6'2", I believe it was, Remy. Yeah, we look at Mark Breland after this fight, man. We'll bring up his what he did after this fight. But it's winding down, and Breland has just outclassed him. Gave him a good boxing lesson and a beating too. Beat the head, beat the body. I can see why these guys, this might have been his. If this kid's moving up in the division and I can't beat him, I don't know what I'm doing in this game, because it's a game for winners, man. It is, man. Maybe this is why these guys are so afraid to get that L on their record. But I mean, this man earned his. He made probably 3%, maybe 5% to what Mark Breland made in this fight. This was 1984, Teach. On this day, this exact day, 1984. This is an anniversary, brother. And that was the end for Breland. Breland won a unanimous decision, obviously, and we'll definitely pull up another one in a sec here. Let me do another Toker too while I'm kicking back over here, and we'll see what Mark Breland did in his career while it's still fresh in the mind. Because, we ad-libbed these, bro. We just put them together. I just put them together. And this, I didn't even plan on doing this today. I had to go get that procedure done, that laryngoscope done today. So thank you, Con. So, I'm going to, by the way, man, all you cats out there, I got an interview on Thursday night, man, 7 o'clock on this very channel, man. I'm going to be talking to Trisha Morrison. That's Tommy Morrison's widow. And, she's got some serious stuff to say. She's got some proof that Tommy never had AIDS. It's going to be interesting to see and to listen to what she has to say about. I mean, this was a great cat, man. Rocky movies. Knocked out Donovan Razor Ruddock. Got beat by Lennox Lewis. The amazing fight with Ray Mercer. It's going to be an honor to talk to her. And I'm gonna listen to her, and I'm gonna be as objective as I can, and be as much of a gentleman as I can. And we'll see what Trish has to say, and I'm so looking forward to it. She's such a graceful lady. I reached out to her on Twitter, and she got right back to me, and she said she'd be happy to do an interview, and she told me the day, and it should be some cool stuff, man. So Thursday night, man, please stop in, please sub, please give us a thumbs up, man. The more exposure we get, the more exposure we get, as long as we don't get nailed for indecent exposure. But let's look at Mark Breland's record here, man. Like I said, he started off. We just saw him beat the 7-1 Dwight Williams. His next fight, 6-0 with three draws. Mark Palmer. He won a unanimous decision. Steve Little. I think it's the same Steve Little that. Let's see what Steve Little. Yeah, that's the same Steve Little that I've seen before. He had over 40 fights. He beat Steve Little in 6 rounds, who was 10-2. Vince Dundee. He beat Vince Dundee, who was 10-2-0. Unanimous decision. His first knockout was against Vince Dundee. He was 8-1. Knocked him out in the second round. He moved up a little bit. He fought looks like a journeyman here, Dario De Jesus. 6 wins, 17 losses, 2 draws. That's the only losing record that we've seen since we've been on here, and that's and he knocked him out in the second round. So Mark Breland, he didn't fuck around, bro. When he had a fighter he was going to beat, I'm looking through here and all respectable records. Donald Gwynn is 9-7, but aside from that, man, I don't see any losing records on there. I see a 7-4, but man, I'm looking at 24-0, 20-2, 29-11. Going up into his heavy careers, his first defeat, the loss to Marlon Starling, man. My brother, Matt Chad's brother. That was, Marlon Starling had a 41-4 record. And, he came back again. He fought Starling in a rematch. It was a split decision draw. But, he endured. He went on to win the, in fact, it was funny with that WBA welterweight title, man, if I can remember correctly. Marlon Starling got knocked out with a call that was reversed. Thomas Molinarez from Colombia. He knocked out Mark Breland after the bell rang, and so they called it a no contest, but they didn't give Breland back his title. So the title was out there. Molinarez never defended it, and there was a tournament that went on between Sung Soo Lee and Mark Breland for the vacant title. So once again, Mark Breland's a two-time welterweight champion. So, shout out to Mark Breland. He went on, defended his title a few times. Who did he run into? Who took that title away from him? Aaron Davis, man. I don't know why I didn't know that one, man. What a shitty memory I have. And I had Aaron Davis on this show. Aaron Superman Davis. He knocked out Mark Breland. Man, oh man. I think Aaron would probably punch my head off if he's watching. I hope he is, man. God bless you, Aaron. And thank you for coming on here a bit ago, man. But my man Mad Chad just got back in here. Not that I need him, not that I even thought he would, but God bless you, Mad Chad, and thank you so much for coming back, brother. How's that for
So
a walk?
I got the whatever I want. I don't have I don't have an oven. I got a little Betty Crocker oven, whatever, and I'm making a grilled cheese right now. Got a grilled cheese going.
Those things work pretty well. I mean, you're not going to put a turkey in there, but and you can do a fucking burger, a piece of chicken, whatever it may be. They do the job. You got to find a lady in the house who's got a stove and ask her, "Hey, cook me a turkey for Thanksgiving. I'll be up there." All she can say is, "You want anything for dessert?" Right? But yeah, man, let's get back to this Olympia here, and let's check out the career of the opening Meldrick Taylor. Let's check out Meldrick Taylor's debut fight here, man, because this guy was a warrior. I mean, this was one of my favorite fighters. They pushed Meldrick Taylor way too fast. It was kind of sad the way it happened, man. He burned out his career, but he gave us some exciting fights, and he's another one. We'll go back and look at his career. I'm gonna bring this fight up here. We don't want to. I got the Toker 2 in one hand, and I got the mouse in the other hand. All right, we got that up there. This is Meldrick Taylor's debut here. Meldrick Taylor's fighting a guy named Luke Leachy, I believe it's pronounced. Meldrick Taylor, another gold medalist. I think he was the youngest gold medalist on the team. He took on this guy Luke Leachy, 11-2-1. In fact, I'm going to pull his record up. Let's watch this fight here first, man. This is Meldrick Taylor's pro debut here. He's got Lou Duver in the corner. A man who's too tough for his own good. I mean, look at him. He's a baby there. He just took so much damage in his career. He was a warrior. He was a Philly fighter, man. If you don't know what a Philly fighter is, look it up. I'm gonna that's the beauty of having two screens here. Meldrick Taylor. There we go. Let's ended his career at 38. But I mean, he was one of the few fighters who scored a knockout on this opening card. He's taking on 11-1 Luke Leachy. (11-2). I'm sorry. Coming off of 3 victories here. And Meldrick Taylor, check out how fast his hands are. He's known for his hand speed. Amazingly fast hand speed. Some say one of the fastest featherweights, junior lightweights. He moved up to welterweight, but he was junior middleweight even, man. I got to get Meldrick Taylor's career in here, man. He was only a lightweight in this fight, 134 pounds, and he moved up to fight Terry Norris, ill-advised fight. Gave Julio Cesar Chavez life and death. But here he goes, man. He's fighting with Luke Leachy here in his pro debut. And like I said, man, I'm pretty sure that Luke, I think this was his last fight, his last professional fight. Yeah, he was, this was his last fight. He lost 3 fights in a row. He lost to Charlie White Leg McGraw, and he's on the floor. The speed of Meldrick Taylor is just unbelievable. I'm surprised I can't recognize that referee. But yeah, there goes Meldrick Taylor. Look at him open up. Oh, look at him open up with those hands. Incredible, dude. Oh my goodness. Meldrick Taylor. Meldrick the Kid Taylor. Look at him moving in for the kill. This was one of the early fights that, remember, they had Mad Chad, you're back with me, brother. Yeah, they had, see, there's not a lot of people there because this was probably the opening bout. They had so many Olympians on this card, man.
Right.
Virgil Hill was on the card too. That's it, man. You earned your money, kid. And like I said earlier, he was told in his post-fight ring conference that he had a future and he looked good, but he retired. He went home and retired. But yeah, that was Meldrick Taylor's opening debut, and what a career he had, man. What a career he had, man. And he didn't fool around. I'm gonna look at his record after this.
Out of the gate.
He took on Robin. I remember him taking on Robin Blake, Victor Acosta, Harold Brazier. Harold Brazier was tough as hell. He had a draw with Howard Davis Jr.
Robin Blake was no fucking joke. He was supposed to fight Boom Boom Mancini. I mean, this rockin' Robin Blake was no fucking joke. Robin Blake.
He used to come in there. He had the bubble gum. He used to chew the bubble gum, and then he used to wear pink. He was a character. He was a Saturday night, a Saturday afternoon fucking legend, for Christ's sakes. And then he had the draw with Howard Davis Jr., another Olympic gold medalist. Yep. I remember that fight. That was Olympic gold against Olympic gold. And it was a draw. He beat Buddy McGirt for the IBF title. That's the one where Buddy McGirt told me himself that he was forced into that fight. That he had a nagging injury, and the doctor he sent to was a setup, and they diagnosed it as just a little impingement. Work it out. It was a serious rotator cuff injury. So he was in there with one arm against Meldrick Taylor. I mean, impossible to overcome odds like that. But Taylor went on to have that tremendous fight with Julio Cesar Chavez. He was never the same after that. He beat Aaron Davis.
He was winning it. He should have won.
I thought so too, man. I thought if he wasn't so as tough,
cautiously, he would have. Yeah.
But he went on and he had a rematch with Chavez. He got knocked out badly. He just started taking beatings, getting knocked out by no names, and he ended his career. He ended his career by getting knocked out by losing a decision to some cat named Wayne Martell. 21-1. It was a shooting star. I mean, he definitely entertained the hell out of us in that career that he had. Let me see here, man. Let's check out Pernell Whitaker's pro debut here, man. Let's see how one of the greatest of all time, Sweet Pea Whitaker. Let's see how he did in his pro debut. There we go. Boom, go.
But the most impressive out of the whole bunch was probably Holyfield, right? Just for the.
He's the first one of the class that won a world title.
Say out of that whole bunch.
I think he won the cruiserweight title in like his 12th fight or something like that. He fought Dwight Muhammad Quali, and what a fight it was, man. Whew. That's the kind of fight that it goes into one of the top. You know, people start talking about the greatest fights they've seen, and then somebody will say, "How about Quali and Holyfield?"
Oh yeah.
Whoa, yeah.
Wow.
And that was only his, that was his 13th or 14th pro fight, real early in his career.
Lou Duva was a busy man tonight. He was in everybody's corner.
Lou Duva was a busy man for sure, man. He even when I saw him at the Civic Center one time, and he was just like you said, a busy man. He didn't sit still for a second. Who are we talking about? Holyfield and Holyfield and his fucking in his debut and that amazing fight that he had with fucking Dwight Quali, the first fight. The rematch, he steamrolled in the rematch, but the first fight was like unbelievable. And that's the thing about Holyfield too. He never fought easy fights. He was another one right into from the fat to the fire. And we're gonna see the beauty of Pernell Whitaker here, a guy who just had so much talent. Just a natural. Left us prematurely. But yeah, he had angles. He just was constantly moving around, constant motion, beautiful stuff. Yep, Georgie Benton, you got that, Rich Khan. He had an all-star corner in there, man. Man, Whitaker just too good.
And once again, Bruce, how many fights did Pernell have in his first 2 years? You know, wow,
crazy. All of these cats, man, all of these cats. And you know it's funny because ABC, they picked a handful of these Olympians and they left a lot of these other ones out in the cold. You know, the Stevie McCrorys, the Jerry Page, the Henry Tillmans, the Frank Tates. They were kind of like thrown under the bus. You know, their careers never excelled.
Chances, though.
But they never got the exposure. They never got the exposure these 5 fighters got.
No, they never did, but they all had opportunity too, though. I believe Coleman and Tate, they all had opportunities to become.
Hang on a second.
Champions. Tate fought champions.
My dog is doing something over there. I gotta see what's up.
Yeah, a whole different level here. Whitaker people do it up. Baran Kamo is getting fucked up. Wow, 1, 2, 3. motion.
All right, man, I'm back again. My dog got sick all over the floor out there. And I'm listening to him. I'm listening to him. He's eating it, man. Oh, poor boy. But it was thank God for the old lady. This kid is pretty tough, though. I got to give him a credit, man. Another one who's just trying. No quitting him, bro. Oh yeah, Sweet Pea was just so fluid out there, man. He had a great career.
I think the jazz music's too loud. Maybe it's good. Maybe it is good. I don't know.
Better now?
It's still right there. Those fucking clang, clang, clangity, clang, 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 clang.
It's all right, man. I gotta have it in the background. I can find something that'll suit your taste a little more, but no, the volume's okay. Maybe it's too loud on your end. But that's like it's real nil in the background. Hey, is that too loud out there, Con? I'll ask the fact checker out there, bro. Is the music too loud? Because I don't know. Whoa, we almost showed another one of our brother's streams out there. We almost were playing. Whose show is this tonight? But yeah, man, let's watch let's watch Tyrell Biggs if we can. Let's find his fight.
No, I'm getting confused, Bruce. I'll be back, Rob. I'm getting confused. I'll be back.
Oh, is the music too loud? Well, Mad Chat will be back, so hang in there with us over here. It's a bit loud. And let me find a different track here, man, because I have to have something going on in the background, or I kind of lose it. Let me find one of my one of my blues tracks in there. That should be a little easier to digest. How's that? A little bit better? All right, man. All right, let me like I said, we're digging on this historic night of the ABC's live primetime telecast of the 1984 Olympians making their pro debut at Madison Square Garden. Thank you, Con Shonery. It's kind of difficult to do this because I do it in silence. I guess I should have done it in silence. I don't know, man. My mind's all over the place now. I got to deal with a sick dog in a bit, but it will all get done here. It will all get done. It's just another little obstacle in life. But the dog, I don't know what he ate tonight. But anyway, man, we're gonna go back. We're gonna watch another fight on this great Olympic card here, man. Here's one that should be all right. This was Evander Holyfield, man. We were just talking about Evander. I mean, a great heavyweight, a great cruiserweight. You know, he was just an unbelievable fighter, unbelievable career. You know, we talked to Riddick Bowe. We talked a little bit about Evander Holyfield when I spoke with Riddick Bowe a couple of weeks ago. And this is his pro debut. He fought a dude named Lionel Bryan. And the thing about Lionel Bryan, you tell me who he looks like, because I remember this. I was watching it today, and they mentioned it. And you tell me who Lionel Bryan looks like. I could give you a hint, but I don't think I have to. I mean, somebody tell me who that looks like out there. His nickname was the Brown Bomber. And Evander Holyfield, he must be looking and saying, what am I back here in the 40s? I mean, if that's not the spitting image of the Brown Bomber, I think he cashed in on that. That's how he made his claim to fame. He's 22 years old now. What did he have a record of in this fight? He had a record of 9-1-2. Evander Holyfield making $75,000 for his pro debut. And it's amazing how Evander Holyfield had, how he came to such financial ruins. And he was living on freaking. I think his estimated value was $250,000 a few years back. Bad investments. He liked living the high life. He had kids all over the place. The dog's not feeling good. But my wife's taking care of him. He's all right, bro. The dog's the most important one out here. I just wanted to get him away because see, he's trying to eat his puke, man. So he's not feeling that bad. You know, once dogs vomit, if they're not real sick, and I don't think he's real sick. I kind of know he's not, but we keep an eye on him. You know, he's in bed right now, laying down with the wife. And see, the thing was, he was eating that damn puke, man. Excuse my crassness, but that's the reality of the situation, and that can't happen. I mean, I could have sat here doing my thing, or but a weird thing to happen in the middle of your show, but it's fucking life. Life goes on, and dog's gonna be okay. I hope he's gonna be okay. I'm sure he is. I'll convince myself after a few more hits on the Toker too, but he's in good hands with my wife right now, so she would tell me if he was in any distress. She'll probably give him one of his. He'll do anything with dog biscuits. That dog. I think I might have shown some of you cats on here. He's got about 10 tricks that he'll do for a biscuit. But here we go, man. Evander Holyfield in his pro debut, taking on 9-1-2 Lionel Bryan, a spitting image of Joe Louis. Almost eerily scary. Oh, for sure, bro. Are you kidding me? I cry every time they pass by, and I probably had maybe 6 dogs in my life. Real homey dogs that closer to me than anybody. And man, but this guy, he's 7 years old and he's like a puppy. He was tearing me apart today. I couldn't stop him. He was going nuts. His usual thing. He went for a walk with me kind of early this afternoon. We went for a couple of miles, and he didn't seem any off for it. He was just his crazy old self. But you never know, man. Hey, Jed, how you doing, my brother? I don't know, bro. That's debatable. I always go with heavyweights, so I'm going to say Evander Holyfield because everybody knows him, and your legacy is pretty much based on what people remember about you. And I just think Holyfield, upon us boxing fans, I think Holyfield is known by more people throughout the world. So, but as we can see over here in his pro debut, assumptions of what Holyfield was going to be. I don't know, man. I was still digging on the Don King. Don King had the heavyweight tournament going on. Mike Tyson wasn't even really mentioned in the picture. In fact, Mike Tyson he lost out on going to the Olympics by getting beat by Henry Tillman, who won a gold medal. So Tyson just he was more meant for the pros. Tyson, if he didn't knock you out, he didn't usually win that decision. Judges didn't favor somebody with the crude body punching skills and just a total ferocity that Mike Tyson possessed, man. But him and Holyfield got together, as we all know, man. A 1984 commercial. I'm glad that was a quickie. But Holyfield's beautiful stand-up style. He's got shoulders like cannonballs, man. Now this was before any accusation of steroids came on there. Yeah, I liked Holyfield. I always like guys who was going against because I like the underdog. But then, hey, Mrs. Knockout, my sister, salute to you. Thank you for coming by. I always like the fact that Holyfield didn't give up. He just had that drive, And I saw it in the fight with Kwawi, and I saw it in the first fight with Bo. I mean, in almost all his fights, even when he got knocked out by Bo, and later on before he had his resurgence, it was claimed that he had a defective heart, a hole in his heart, and he had to retire from boxing. And then he went, Benny Hanna, the faith healer, laid hands on Evander Holyfield, and mysteriously the defective heart was no more defective, and he was given his license to resume. And man, he was one of those cats who I don't know if you've ever watched one of those Pentecostal churches where they lay their hands on you and you go down and out. And you Google Evander Holyfield getting the hands laid on him, and he goes down harder than when Evander Holyfield knocked him out, man. Before all of this, but we're watching a legend in the blossoming over here. This was his first pro fight, and look at the beautiful jab that he has, a defense, keeping those elbows in tight, avoiding those body punches. But one thing about Holyfield, he didn't move side to side. He stood right in front of you, man. He took a licking and kept on ticking. And man, and this Lionel Bryan is definitely no chump. He just took that right hand and knocked out Mike Tyson on the jaw coming in, man. And he shook it off. Holyfield has those infighting skills too. He likes to get inside, throw those short hooks. But man, he likes to step back, feint a little bit, catch you coming in, bang. That's what he likes to do, man. That's the end of the fight or the end of the round. The end of the round. Holyfield was pouring it on, man. You got that 10-second rule, man. That was we know that was brought into consideration after the Benny Parent and Emil Griffith fight. These fighters knew when there were 10 seconds to go, and a lot of people say that's when cats like Sugar Ray Leonard would just start going with massive shoe shine combinations and steal rounds. But here we go, man. We're start of round 3 over here. Evander the real deal Holyfield Lionel Braham, Evander Holyfield's opening debut. And see, it still doesn't look like Madison Square Garden's as full as it did when we were watching fights earlier. But yep, man, they're Lionel Braham is trying to put it to Holyfield, and Holyfield, he go right in the trenches with you. He likes to fight, man. He gave us some tremendous fights going throughout the years. And there you go. Like I said, man, he back off and he just feints a little bit, throws that 1-2, and nails you with that big right hand. That was his. I think that was his knockout punch. That was his best punch. And look at those shorts, man, back in '84. Damn. Imagine wearing them in the ring today. Shit. Some of the ring card girls don't wear shorts like that. But man, the physical similarity to Joe Louis is mind-boggling with Lionel Braham. It looks like Billy Khan over here against Joe Louis. I'm surprised. In fact, I'd be surprised if he wasn't in any of Joe Louis movies where they use him as an actor, as maybe a double, whatever, man. But he's just a spitting image. He wouldn't need much makeup, if any at all. And he's in the trenches with Holyfield. He's trading. Then he got himself got the best of that exchange. Went downstairs. It looks like he's Lionel's turning it on over here. Let's check out Lionel Braham over here and see what he became of after Holyfield. If I can get my. Lionel Braham continued his career after this, but he didn't have many more victories. A lot of L's in that career. A lot of L's, but he wasn't bad when he went in against Holyfield. After that, he didn't show much. I don't see any names on there. Any notable names? Nate Miller, future cruiserweight champion. I think I've heard of Toker Boulibaly or whatever it is, man. Henry Milliken, we've heard of him before. He was an up and coming prospect who fizzled out. But yeah, he was mostly brought in as an opponent. Man, even his picture in Box Rec looks just like Joe Louis in there. You could put it up in Joe Louis's. Hey, Rainy Woman, how you doing, my sister? Shout out, man. Sweet to have you in here. I appreciate it. I appreciate the view, man. I appreciate you coming by. Boxing going on. The pro debut of Evander Holyfield, 38 years ago tonight. And I know half of you cats over there aren't even close to 38 yet, man. Shit, man. I think I was priming in 38. I was in the gutter, but physically, no problems here, bro. Physically, I was up early in the morning. I was out late at night. I was fucking... Nah, let's save that for another show, but 38's a good year. I'm not talking, it was 38 years ago, but I was thinking 25, 24, 23, let's see. 24. So I was totally out of control. Galactivated Boxing. Salute, brother. Thanks for coming by, man. I appreciate it. We're watching some of the Olympians from 1984 on their pro debut here. Cool shit, cool stuff, man. This was a great time to be a boxing fan. You know, when they would put pro debuts on national television, they would put the Olympians, the Olympic gold medalists, who nobody even knows who they are today. You know, the medalists. Richard Perez, the silver medalists. Who's Richard Perez? Unless us hardcore boxing fans, we follow these Olympic gold medalists. We follow the Olympians that are in there today, man. But over here, they were fed to us on prime time in their opening debuts at Madison Square Garden, all on the same card. It was definitely an amazing weeknight, Thursday night. Work the next day, kind of a time. But man, what a great thing to watch, where you could really evaluate these guys and see how good they were in the pro ranks, and none of them were fighting chumps either. You know, Lionel Bryan back to his corner. This is a little bit later on in the card, and look at his corner yelling at him. I don't know who his cornermen are, but man, I don't know, is that Sam Solomon? I don't think it could be, but you never know, man. Where was Lionel Bryan from? Was he a Philadelphia fighter? Oh, uppercut by Holyfield. Yeah, he was a Philadelphia fighter. I wouldn't be surprised at all if that was Sam Solomon. Amazing having these electronics at your disposal, so you can, and if you have a question, you can't. Yeah, that's Sam Solomon, bro. He's got Philadelphia going through his blood. There's no quitting him, man. And there he's going against the real deal Holyfield. Hey, Picasso, my brother, shout out to you, man. Thank you for coming by. Not my bedtime yet, bro. It should be, but I can't get to bed until midnight at least. I don't know why. And 7 a.m., never sleep later than that. And that's on a good night. Usually it's 5 hours. I try to get more, but who knows? I guess, the body needs less repair as the older it gets. I don't believe that. Take care of that engine, man. Change that oil. Rotate those tires. You know, shine that chrome. But man, here we go. Evander Holyfield is boxing Lionel, keeping him in the center ring, man. You know, Holyfield, great boxing skills. Oh, Lionel Bryan digging to the body. He must be listening to his manager. His manager was screaming something at him. He must have said, cut that body, hit that body. There ain't no meat down there. Cut that wasp in half. And I think Holyfield's going to show how tough he is in trench warfare over here, man. And Brahm is boxing on his front foot, man. He's leaning into Holyfield. Referee breaks him up. Holyfield drops that quick right hand on Brahm on the side of his head, left hook, man. He's got some great punches. They both do. Lionel, I don't know what happened to him after this fight, man. I guess he you know, maybe we'll have to do a little bit of research on Lionel Bryan. Joe Frazier reincarnated. I guess they didn't have 2.0 back then, but he could have called himself Joe Frazier 2.0. Where are you, Picasso? It's only, how late could it possibly be? Well, you're on truck driving time, bro, so 9 p.m., not even. Yeah, both of these guys still plenty of action going on. Neither one of them are tired yet. Holyfield had an incredible gas tank. I mean, this man fought 15 rounders back then. You got to remember that fight with Crawley, and here he goes. He's unloading now with everything. But man, this kid Lionel Bryan is one tough son of a bitch. Hey, I know somebody who's that's their emoji. Solo flex. How'd them solo flexes work out? A solo flex body. They were jokes back in the day. But anyway, man, here we go. No jokes here, man. Two incredible fighters. One Hall of Fame incredible fighter. Another one, man, you got to respect him. You got to respect him. Taking out Evander Holyfield, bronze medalist. And that's a story right there, man. Holyfield knocked out Kevin Barry, who couldn't fight anymore, who was awarded the silver medal, I believe. And there was a German, I think, who won the gold medal, who raised Holyfield's hand on the stand. He knew he should have fought Holyfield for the finals, but it was a weird thing. Holyfield hit Kevin Barry just as the bell rang. And that was he was denied the gold medal because of that. They looked back on it. They timed it. He actually hit him before the bell rang. So but it was all mute back then. There was no do-overs, no rematches. This is Olympic finals. And we know how Olympic judging was. But Holyfield, man, he rebounded to great heights over here, as you can see in his pro debut, man. He's fighting in a sold-out Madison Square Garden. Beautiful, beautiful combination in there on top. And an uppercut. Yeah, Holyfield knows he's got a granite-jawed fighter in front of him. Lionel Branham in his 21 fights, he was only stopped 3 times. And let's check out how TKO. There's one knockout by Taofiq. I don't want to mispronounce his name, but I've heard of this Taofiq. He was a contender back in the day. Casablanca. Yeah, he was a foreign fighter. And I remember seeing that name in the mags. We could even take a quick look and see what he did. He stopped Lionel Braum. And he was a 29-1 fighter. Never been knocked out. He had a draw for the Cruiserweight Championship. He won he was a Cruiserweight champ. That's how much I know, man. The man was a WBA Cruiserweight champ. He won his title in 1989, so there goes Holyfield. The fight's over. They're both raising their hands. Lionel Braum, I think, is raising his hand because he's happy he's there, man. He's happy that he finished the fight on his feet. But anyway, man, we just saw Evander Holyfield do a nice job winning his pro debut by decision. Last one I want to watch is is Tyrell Biggs. Let me see if I can dig him up over here. Who did he fight in this fight? Let's see. He fought a guy named Mike Everett. I want to make sure I put this in here right, because it's not showing a lot of results. You know how Google shows a lot of results in here? So let me see here. Damn, I can't find this fight. Let me see if I can find Tyrell Biggs' pro debut. Maybe it'll come in on that. Maybe. Cross your fingers. Nope, it's not coming in here. Google's not doing me right. But man, up off net, shout out, man. Salute to you. Yeah, great stuff. And you know what? Maybe I will end this with a because I wanted to show all these Olympians. So let me see if I can find a cool Tyrell Biggs fight to show on here. This is one that Tyrell won. Oh, that's too long. I'll be on here for an hour showing that fight. We've already been on for 2. Oh, I know a fight that was on this card, man. Virgil Hill's fight. Let's see if that's on here. Let's see if we can find that one. Because I like to always end it on a fight here, man. No. Makes his pro debut this Friday. They don't have any up. They don't have it up there for us here. Damn. All right, we're gonna watch. Get that blues in there, keeping us going here, man. Always a cool thing. On classic fights, I can't dig it up, but it ain't no biggie, Sean. We all know how it went. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up the Marlon Starling Mark Breland highlights, man. Just kind of watch how me and Mad Chad's boy Mark Breland, Marlon Starling. Forgive me, Marlon. I hope you're watching the show, brother, because I know Marlon. He checks us out once in a while. I talk to Marlon on occasion, man. In fact, I want to try to get him on here. We tried it about 6 months ago or something. Technical difficulties. I'm holding my phone and we're talking to the great champion Marlon Starling. But this is to honor Marlon, because even though this was pretty much it was 100% showing our Olympian friends up there, man, our Olympic brothers in action. We can still show the highlights of this fight. It was Mark Breland defending his title against Marlon Starling, and Mark Breland is undefeated. Starling is a veteran here, man. Let's put this one up here, man. Let's give it a place of honor here. And Lou Duvers with the tall, lean Mark Breland, and there's Marlon Starling. He's got Eddie Futch in his corner. And then they're pounding each other. Marlon Starling with his orthodox style, but Mark Breland, man, he just nailed him with that right hand. And Chad told you the power that Mark Breland had with those long whipping punches, man. They were just unbelievable. Oh, the body shots from Breland. He was just fighting a special fighter on that night, that afternoon. That's back in the day when they were on in the afternoon. Con, I appreciate that, bro. I'm going to close it down with this one, though, man. This was the kind of appropriate to do, and I guess there is no order in here. And I kind of put my 2 hours in. I hate to drag it on. I could, you know me, man. I can get behind this microphone and do an all nighter if I have it in my mind to do. But like we're watching Mark Breland defending his WBA welterweight title. You know, back in the day when it wasn't that easy to get a title. They didn't have interns and supers and franchise and I appreciate that though, my brother. Like I said, you're a great guy to have in here. And before I crash tonight, I want to watch that Ali special that Blood did. I saw it was about an hour and a half. I said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to bed with that sucker on tonight." You know, I canceled my regular cable, just have the internet here and miss nothing. Can get everything. But yeah, Marlon Starling working down below, doing some work over here. And we're in the 9th round, so keep your eyes open. Watch Marlon Starling, man. Watch how deadly he hits Mark Breland with a killer shot over here. Roughing up Mark Breland, man. Just moving forward, taking those shots to the head. Oh, yeah, I gotta call Mark up and I gotta call Marlon up and see if I can get him to come back over here. Miss Tahara, how are you, my sister? Appreciate you coming by. Always a blessing to see the Queen stopping in here. Oh, look at Breland is starting up. Breland's dropping those nice combinations in there. I think Stalin is putting on a little act for him over here, getting Breland's confidence up, which is always in his face, keeping his head down his chest. Hey, L-Dub, how you doing, brother? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it, man. Just finishing the show. We're watching Mark Breland, who we watched his debut of, and now we're watching his defense of his WBA welterweight title against the legendary Marlon Starling. And we're just gonna. I like to end it with a knockout. I like to see things go down hard, man. And man, Mark Breland, he did go down hard in this fight. Tremendous jab, overhand right, and Marlon Starling crowding him on the inside, throwing those constant barrage of unorthodox hooks and overhand rights. But Breland's constant motion. He's got that long jab, and he can fight on the inside too, as we saw earlier. L-Dub fights at Twin Rivers. I was up in Providence today, and I saw a couple of signs on the highway. Yeah, they are definitely going in there and trying to take some heads off, both of them. Oh, did you catch that shot? I'm sure they're going to have to show that one more time in slow motion. Look at Marlon just lean off. And that was it, man. That was 10. There's a new welterweight champion, a man who's tried to get that title before. And, persistence And Marlon, what a nice guy. Let's see if they show that right hand again, the Magic Man. I have his autographed picture over here over my right hand shoulder, man. He wrote to Bruce Gas, go get it. Magic Man Marlon Starling. 10/19/2022. Very, very I treasure that. I got an autograph of Witherspoon over here, man. It's just it's a cool thing to to rub elbows with these cats. My heroes of back in the day, today. So the Magic Man, what a fucking fighter. Going over there and you just talking to this guy, you can tell a gentleman, wishing no ill will. Went in there and he fought him tooth and nail. He would have killed him in that ring, but now it's back to reality, back to real life. He's in there congratulating Mark Breland, telling him, bro, you hang in there, you don't worry, there'll be a rematch. We're both going to make a lot of money. Thank you for feeding my family. Thank you for giving me that championship belt, man. And this is beautiful shit, man. And watch this right hand. Left hook. Boom, left hook. Oh, that was it. Referee, you're in the way. We'll see it at another angle here. Boom. Shout out to Mark Breland. Shout out to Marlon Starling. Highlight stuff. Great stuff. But anyway, man, I think we had a good night of boxing here. I appreciate it. Thank you, Matt Chad, for stopping in, man. G5 George, I sent you guys out links, but no biggie, bro. This is YouTube. We definitely will do it again. And remember, man, please stop in on Thursday evening, 7:00. Trisha Morrison, the widow of great heavyweight boxer Tommy the Duke Morrison, and we're gonna talk to her, see what's going on. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. Thank you and blessings for stopping in tonight, man. I'm out of here, man. Peace.